if any of you have wondered how my incubation setup is, or what I use to incubate and brood my chicks, I'll show you. So I run a Dickey's model incubator and a hatcher. So I'll show you the incubator first. It's a 3-tray incubator, and the tray has automatic turners. The turners are turned on, but I just set eggs in here about 10 minutes ago. Switched the unit turners on, and they haven't turned yet. But anyway, for those of you that know incubators, that's my explanation. In each tray, they hold 92 eggs, I believe. And there's 3 trays, and so that's like 270 something. My math is horrific. If any of you have seen my other videos, I can't add to save my life, so we're not going to even pretend. Anyway, so like 270 something eggs. Way more than, bigger than I'll ever need. That is the tray I set this week, and it is 4 eggs shy of being full. And I don't believe I've ever used more than 1 hatching tray at a time, so this is the perfect size incubator for me. Then I have a Dickey's hatcher, and this is a 5-shelf hatcher, but I only have ever used maybe 3 shelves at a time, and I'll show you what I didn't like about it. And so this is one of the hatchers, and so I'll take this out, make a mess, but it's really super short, or not very tall. It's like 2.5 inches tall, and then you put the cover on it, and then you can put these dividers in there, and then divide your hatching eggs by the dividers. But I don't like that. I just think it's really very short. So I'll show you all what I did and what I do. Let me put this back, and I am always apologizing in my videos for something. So I apologize for all the rackets and moving stuff back and forth. But what I do, and actually I was going to open that, and I'm not going to because I just remembered. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm hatching chicks in there right now, and the glare is probably atrocious. There's a little chick right there. He's sleeping. And then there's another one back there. So what I did is I have the hatching tray, and there's the little chick. It's standing up. And I have 3 more just in that basket right there that are pipping. And that means that they're breaking the egg. So I took made wire baskets and divided them into sections. The baskets are 6 inches tall, and they're about the front basket is 5 inches deep, and the width, so I think it's about 14 inches wide. So I can fit quite a few eggs in there, and then all the others are about 6 inches by 6 inches. And then I have baskets like that go in 3 trays. So at any one time I can only ever run 3 trays in there, but that works perfectly for me. And then I also bought these Ann Charles with Sky Blue Egg. Had posted about this, I think it was on Facebook or something else, and these are dishwasher baskets, and I find they work perfectly. You just put the eggs in, you close them up. I can set them in these trays right here. They fit, they're tall enough. And the reason I do that, sorry, I'm rambling on without explanation, but the reason I do that is to separate eggs by hens or by breeding pens, so I can keep track of what chicks hatch out of what parents or what breeding pen, and then I can leg band them when they hatch. So that's my incubation and hatching setup right there, and they are again the Dickey's incubators. They run about $700 for the incubator, $700 for the hatcher. You can get them smaller. I think they might be $584 if you do the 2x2. He has all-in-one units, which are incubators and hatchers. But anyway, I think it's dickieincubators.com or something like that. But check them out if you're interested in incubators. They are wooden incubators. They have wafer thermostats and electronic thermostats. The ones I bought do. You can get them just wafer, but I think the electronic come with a wafer backup. Because I ordered mine electronic and I got a wafer backup. So anyway, but excellent incubators. I've had these incubators 6 years, I think, and I absolutely love them. Clean them out every year. Give them a good, scrubbing. Start them back up the next year. I have actually incubated year-round in them, and I do cover them with like moving blankets in the wintertime when it's really cold, but they hold temperature and humidity beautifully. So I highly recommend wooden incubators. And I think Dickies right now is the only ones off the top of my head that make wooden incubators. Love them. This is my brooder. This is a Brower brooder. I have 6 of these. They're very old. I want to say they are truly antiques. They were built in the 50s. I redid all the wiring for them, the lighting, everything. So they work beautifully. But basically I run about one right now. Sometimes I'll pull out another one. I also have, in my husband's shop, he's rewiring for me a 5-stack brooder that is another manufacturer, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's a commercial brooder. And I'm just going to end up selling those. I don't need them. And then when the chicks are 4 weeks old, my husband's coming to see why I'm not feeding him dinner. When they get about 4 weeks old, I move them out to here. This is a concrete pad with a chicken pen on top. And the chicks sit out here. They do have a light, but at this point, because I only incubate late spring through the summer, early fall, they don't even really need the light. In fact, they'll come out here at night, and they're all huddled around the outer edge of it. It's more like the light's a comfort than for heat. But this is what I do with my chicks. Then when they get old enough that they don't fit in here anymore, because I'll be putting more chicks out here in another week that are in the brooder, probably another 10 or 12. So eventually there will be too much chicks for in here. Then I have breeding pens down below and extra pens that I'll just run chicks into. But this is my basic setup. So it really is, other than the Dickies incubator and hatcher, it's nothing fancy. You can use a styrofoam incubator. They're not that good. I think they're the LG incubators, I think. There's Farm Tech, a couple others. I also, a Hovabator makes some decent little incubators. So you can do it. I do recommend, you can brood in a box. I don't necessarily recommend that, but if you can or are going to be incubating a lot of chicks, to get the best equipment you can afford. It's going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to improve the hatchability of your chicks. It's going to improve the survivability of Araucana chicks. I used to incubate in the house, and it's dusty. So I know some people do, and I know one excellent breeder has an incubation room, and I frankly would love that, but I don't want to clean it. I'm not a great housewife. So incubating and brooding outside is what works for me. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you have any videos you would like me to do regarding Araucana chickens, chicken keeping, I am not an expert by any means in chicken husbandry. I'm not an expert in Araucana. I've been breeding them for, I'm adding it up now, 10 years. But I have a lot to learn, and every year I learn something new. Every year I get better at my record keeping, my incubating, my hatching, and my brooding. But I'm happy to share any tips and tricks that I have learned over the years in the hopes that they can help you, because this is a very frustrating breed to breed, incubate, hatch, grow out to adulthood. So many chicks die. It's just something to do with this breed. They're very difficult. So anyway, again, if you have any questions, please ask them. And as always, I really appreciate you watching.